Now, I know obviously, unfortunately, you never got a chance to work with him, but if you were to compare, how would you compare Bon Scott's vocals to Brian Johnson's vocals just from a technical perspective, if that makes sense, the question?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're two different styles, really. I mean, Brian probably coming from that old band, the first band of his, Geordie,
Hmm.
he was sort of more of a crooner, and then had to step up to be kind of a rocker, whereas Bond's got sort of more of a snarl and a
Hmm.
you know yeah, I don't know much about Bond before ACDC, so I don't know where his style came from, but they're two different styles for sure. Brian's kind of more of a, I want to say, a singer, and Bond's like a get in there and the
Get
energy
out there.
guy.
Yeah,
Though
yeah.
Bond could sing really good too. And then you have to remember that when you're singing on top of the songs that are written. So their earlier stuff was a different ball game from what their later stuff is. So it'd be interesting to see how Bond would sing over the newer stuff, or
Hmm.
Brian would sing over the older stuff. It'd
That'd be
be.
interesting, yeah.
I like both.
Oh,
Some people
100%.
go one or the other. I like both.
No, I think they're both great, and I think there is a certain, I don't know what it is, but there's something about Brian Johnson's voice that sounds like it similar-ish to Bon Scott in a way to me. Like, and it's, I mean that in a great way. Like, I think Back in Black is probably the greatest comeback record ever. You mentioned that for you, Back in Black is like the zenith of AC/DC. So just, I guess, just as a fan, what is it about that record that sticks out to you so much?
Every song was kind of perfect, just the sound of it and the structure of it.
Hmm.
And I can't think of a song on that was sort of a filler. Like it's all was just perfect. Like, and I love a lot of the early stuff. I think my all-time favorite song is A Long Way to the Top.
Hmm.
And I think that's my all-time favorite ACDC song, or Gone Shooting, or
Hmm.
some of those ones. But as far as their thing, I think every record got better and better and better, and then Back in Black was just like great.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, speaking of Long Way to the Top, are you guys ever gonna reintroduce the bagpipes? Do you think at some point?
I doubt it. No, I don't think Brian plays bagpipes.
Do they ever talk about like the old records when you're in the studio, or does that never get brought up at all?
No, that was ancient history, and they just keep moving on and looking forward. No, I can't think of any
That's cool.
any conversations where any of the old days, other than, oh yeah, it was fun, and there might be a few uh talks about one night after the gig with Bond, and Bond would do something crazy. There's a few of those stories that
Hmm.
they would talk about, but as far as any comparison, or that
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was none of that. Yeah,
Has there been anything crazy that's happened around you with the band?
no, no, like it all work.
That's good, man.
Maybe spilling my cup of tea, that's the craziest it got.
Oh man, that's nuts.